Hi, so in this video we'll be looking at interfacing of a Wi-Fi module, which is ESP8266 in our case, to a microcontroller. This module also interfaces over the UART interface, and it also works on AT commands similar to the GPS module which we saw earlier. One thing to keep in mind is the default baud rate of this module is 15200 which is different from the conventional 9600 of other modules. So uh, just remember to change your baud rate if you're interfacing with this module. Alright, so let's look at the AT commands for this module. The standard AT command format remains same, so you have AT plus and then some command which the module supports, and also a question mark at the end will show you the values it supports, and equal to question mark will show you its current value, and equal to and something will write. So all that remains same as the GPS module which we saw in the earlier video. So let's look at the some of the commands. So AT plus RST will reset the module. CWLAP will list all the neighboring access points, that is all the neighboring available Wi-Fi points, and JAP will join an access point. Mode will select a mode for the module, so the module can work as an access point or as a device or as both. In access point, it can accept incoming connections, so it will work as a router in itself and your phone can connect to it. As a device, it can only connect to a different device, so as a device it will work as your phone and it can only connect to a router, and then there's a mixed mode where it can work as both. In our example, we'll only be looking at device mode. Alright, and then there are start and send commands. So let's look at the Wi-Fi example code which we have. Now what we'll be doing is we'll continuing from the last video where we got coordinates from the GPS module. Now what we need to do is we need to see what those coordinates correspond to. We need the actual address from those coordinates. So what we'll be doing in this code is that first we'll be connecting to a Wi-Fi hotspot connected, a nearby hotspot or a Wi-Fi router, whichever you get. That way we'll get access to the internet. Next, what we'll do is on the internet we'll query the Google API, which is this API, to get the address corresponding to the latitude and longitude of my phone. Alright, so let's load this code and see what it does, and then we can come back and see how it does it. So let's load it. On my PC, I'll start Minicom. Alright, let's run. So it first of all prints out Wi-Fi test and then initializes the module. Then it asks me for the enter router ID. This is the name of a nearby hotspot which you have created on your phone, or a nearby router which you have, which can give you connection to the internet. So right now I created a hotspot on my phone, so I'll just enter the ID of the hotspot. Let me just check what the ID is. Yep, so it's XT1562. Next it will ask the password, so whatever password you have set up, just enter that. Once you do that, it will try to establish a connection. So you can see here the connection has opened, and after that it will try to look up the address based on the latitude and longitude which you give. So this latitude and longitude which you give, according to that it will try to look up. Alright, so let's look at how this works. Initially it again initializes the Wi-Fi and all. So basic structure remains same. UART1 is the UART coming out of your board. UART2 is the one which is connected to the Wi-Fi module now via the WSN interface. Uh, so you initialize the Wi-Fi. In Wi-Fi init, you send the initialization commands, which is 80 reset, and uh, you set the mode to 1, which is the device mode. Once all that is done, you then ask to the user to enter the router ID, and you get the ID in a string. Again, you get the password in a string, and then you try to connect to it and open a TCP connection to Google and try to get the data out of it. So that's essentially what it is doing. What you can do is you can change these latitude longitudes to different values and see if the value changes. So let's see if I change it to 71. I am not sure what address that is, but recompile. So you need to rebuild the project and reload it again, and let's see what address we get this time. So again it will go into Wi-Fi test, initialize. Again it needs the same ID. Alright, so I got connections, I got the IP. It's looking up. I think this is an invalid address, and that's why it's not getting anything out of it. Or the internet connection is, alright, so my phone has lost internet connection. So basically it would have got a different address if it would have worked in this case as well. So you can try that out and basically build out applications based on this. Alright, thanks.